Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions. You are watching another edition of Speak Up, where we cover different topics that I choose to talk on, whether it's entertainment-wise, political-wise, or just real life stuff. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Today we'll be discussing, at least in this video, Ciara changing her son's Future's name to Russell Wilson's last name. We'll also be discussing returning series that are coming on TV very shortly. Side dish, we find out that Claudia Jordan has become a permanent host to the spinoff to Dish Nation. And we'll be getting into love and marriage issues, which is Melody Cherie Rogers and her ex-husband, Martell, who claims abuse. But I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, subscribe, and also share. Now let's get into these topics. All right, y'all. So we're gonna start with Ciara and Russell Wilson. Now, y'all are just really upset. I don't know for what. And I'm sure if some of your mamas had enough guts to just change your name, instead of just still trying to be tied to a man that never was going to do anything for you, you would change your attitude. But anyways, let's get into this story. This is featured on Bossip.com. After Russell Wilson showed love by shouting out his oldest son, Future Wilson, it was revealed that Ciara legally added the last name of the father who stepped up. Social media has been in shambles ever since, with furious Future fans crashing out on behalf of the leader of the Dirty Sprite Disciples. At the US Open, it was a family outing for the Wilsons, and their two eldest children, Russ, lovingly tagged the whole family in a repost. Mrs. Ciara Wilson, Future Wilson, and Sienna Wilson, showcasing some proud pappy energy. We have a Twitter user saying, "Not Russell changing Future's last name." While the Wilsons enjoyed blended family bliss at the elite tennis tournament, this innocent comment angered the Ashy Avengers. Just because Future threw shots at Russell in his songs, fans swear they've been locked in a competition for the 11-year-old most of his life. Is the ongoing battle in the room with us now? Russell always made it clear that he has nothing but devotion for his wife Ciara and all of their children, including her oldest son, Future Zaire. The baller embraced and raised him as his son since he was a baby. And the couple tied the knot in 2016 when baby Future was only 2 years old. Now it's been confirmed for the record that baby Future is a Wilson on paper. A source close to the situation confirmed to TMZ that the new name is actually old news. Ciara, who has full custody, legally changed it years ago. For the unhinged, uncles who don't think the first name of Future is enough of a bond with his biological dad, don't worry. Wilborn is also still part of the boy's legal name. The process isn't possible without permission from the other biological parent unless Big Future has already given up his parental rights. Let's see. Just to get into a few comments. Russ calling him Future Wilson was petty, and nobody can tell me different. This is a man, black man. If you're present in a child's life, you don't have, he forgot to compete. Your actions will show the child who's really involved and who's not. That post was corny. Future and Russ are corny for this ongoing battle. Let's see if there's any more. Never competition. One is a loser and one isn't. Russell called him by his name. Y'all be more mad at Russell for being a man than you are at Future for being a deadbeat. The post wasn't corny. Deadbeats, black men, or in parentheses, black men are corny. You should be praising him for raising him, you see? And they were responding to that comment that I just read before this one. Let's see. Another person commented, first off, dot dot, he still have Wilborn as his last name. Secondly, to legally change it, they'd have to notify the other parent, which answers the question, Future ain't in that boy's life and don't care at all. Duh. Like, dudes on here are more upset than the real daddy. Russell Wilson, like, I'm not the stepfather, I'm the father that stepped up. Y'all so different and so crazy. Everybody's saying Ciara and Russell wrong, and the whole time Future has to sign off because baby Future's a minor, coming from a stepchild who has been requested to change her name as well. Regardless, leave these people alone. Those are all the comments. I concur with the ones that are stating, hey, Russell's here in Future's life. He's been there since he was a baby, 2016, and y'all still worried about that? All from a male ego perspective, and you're too busy trying to be so male-centered and male-identified in regards to all of this stuff that you don't even see the bigger picture. Russell has been his father. Now, Future just is only good for spreading his sperm and people. And I know y'all just think that he's good looking, even though if you've seen some pictures lately, that's not the case anymore. But y'all probably just want to have his baby too. But for what? He can't even afford child support. He does nothing for Ciara. So why not the active parent? Why can't he? And if Future, little Future, is okay with it, then why are y'all mad? Why are y'all mad? Like, he wants to be a deadbeat. And I'm talking about big Future. He doesn't want it. He just wants to make children. He wants that ego type thing that I got all these children out in the world. And then she still, Ciara, out of the kindness of her heart, still allowed little Future to still carry his name, to have some part of identity of him, to acknowledge that. And I think it's got to be greater on a more celebrity stance, because there's always somebody out there that's going to remind you, that's your daddy over there. That's your daddy. And to just hush out the noise, okay, I'll still have his name there, but guess what? Wilson is where his identification comes from, as the one who has been my father. So, shout out to Ciara and Russell Wilson. Y'all are just continuously shaking up the foundations that we have set out here that have been so toxic and erroneous, and setting new type of foundations and new shifts and things that we can actually should adapt to. So I ain't mad at it, y'all. And I don't understand why anybody else is mad at all of this. Come on. That's not even your child. And you're too busy being a fan over a music artist. You only want to step into their private lives because you think you actually have a relationship with this man, and you don't. So anyways, yeah. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to Future Wilborn Wilson. My sister, I'll just speak about this shortly. My sister had 2 children from her second marriage. They ended up divorcing, and basically he then fell off the face of the earth. Of course, she tried to reason with him and all that good stuff, and tried to keep him active in their boys' life. She even went so far, because he claimed he didn't have money to even take him out to outings, she will give him money in order to make sure that the boys have a good time. She had another child, not through marriage, but with another guy. He wanted to act like he wanted to be in her life only because of the competition and seeing that she actually moved on, that my sister moved on. But the child's life, which is a girl, she would be around him, and it was just no connection. They didn't know what to talk about because he's not really active in her life, but he just was trying to go through this custody thing because he was mad at my sister for not being with him, I guess. But after a while, she went to court, and he ended up giving over his rights, just as her second husband gave up his rights towards his 2 boys. She married a Muslim, and they named them after Arabic or Muslim names. I don't know how you actually say that, but and they wanted to even change their first names outside of even just their last names. They didn't even know what their names meant. And that's how disconnected he was to his family and to his children. My sister's third and final husband, that she's still married to, ended up adopting all 3 of those children, and they do have his last name. So look, if it's not working, it's not working. And there's other ways to have different names. God changed names in the Bible. And now all of a sudden it's so wrong, it's so disrespectful. Who cares? Congratulations. That's it. So, we're going to move on to returning TV shows. I got some dramas that are happening and also some reality TV. I'm mainly going to be talking about Belle Collective because their trailer just dropped and we had no clue that it was even dropping. I'm not playing the trailer, but if you haven't seen it, go and watch it, basically. Let me see, because I wanted to talk about the article. Is it in here? Okay, in urbanbridges.com. We see that Belle Collective, which is now, what season we on? Are we on season 5 or season 6? I think it's season 6. Anyways, premiering Friday, October 3rd, our Belles are back. The series continues to spotlight the personal and professional journeys of a group of successful boss women, redefining the essence of what it means to be a Southern belle in the modern South today. This season, viewers will once again follow the dynamic lives of returning belles, Letitia Pearson, Latrice Rogers, Marie Hamilton Apston, Selena Johnson, and Tamara Sheree. With the exciting addition of newcomer Carrie Paul, a Gulf Coast powerhouse, making waves in Jackson. Together, this group of women proudly showcases the very best of Black female entrepreneurship and redefines what it means to be a modern Southern belle, balancing business, family, friendship, and fierce fashion with unapologetic ambition. From brunches to betrayals, the season kicks off to a splashy start. Old feuds are buried, new alliances form, and simmering tensions threaten to boil over. Infidelity, hidden truths, and shocking emotional wreckings test the fragile peace. As frustrations mount and loyalties are tested, the belles find themselves divided by drama. Yet they remain united when it counts the most. Letitia's powerhouse brunch series, Women Brunch Mississippi, is on fire, uniting entrepreneurs and expanding its influence across the state of Mississippi. But while her empire rises, her marriage faces a sizzling scandal. Whispers that Glenn may be sliding into another woman's DMs threaten to unravel the newfound loyalty they built, leaving Letitia to balance boss moves with betrayal drama. Second verse, same as the first. Latrice, she's serving success on a silver platter as she and her husband celebrate the buzz around their hot new restaurant, Taste. But while business is booming, marriage may be on the back burner. With Cliff spending late nights at the condo above the restaurant, Latrice can't help but wonder whether she can truly trust him, especially as infidelity rocks the women around her. That's interesting. Marie's love life is heating up as old flames reignite with her ex-husband, Cedric, in the midst of a spark-filled friendship with the new admirer, Martin. When both men show up at our birthday party, the belles are left gasping, and Marie's truly unexpected love triangle. Can she juggle the drama, dance the night away, and finally decide between the past and the present? Now, I saw Cedric at a Beyonce concert with Marie and her child, so yeah. Seemed like Marie needed him for a storyline, Cedric. And people have their own thoughts about Cedric. And I'll leave that there, and I'll let everybody else say what they need to say about Cedric. But if you know, you know. How you doing? Selena is working on improving communication with her fiancé, Mike, before deciding whether to tie the knot. During this pending milestone, however, she continues to navigate the heartbreaking loss of her son. The belles rally by her side, pushing her to confront the past, open old wounds, and find the strength to step into a new chapter. Tambra is on top of the world, juggling motherhood, a booming radio career, and a romance that's headed towards the altar. But behind the success, one major roadblock threatens her happily ever after. Damon's silence about money. Can Tamra turn up the volume and get him to finally open up, or will finances fizzle her fairy tale? There's a new Belle in town. Letitia's friend, Carrie Paul, hails from Mississippi Gulf Coast and is making her presence felt in Jackson, a wife, mom of 3, and powerhouse entrepreneur. Carrie wastes no time making waves, throwing shade and stirring drama, especially with Marie. It's a season filled with a roller coaster of emotions where the collective's friendships are both the battleground and their saving grace. The Belle Collective is produced by Kingdom Reign Entertainment with executive producer Mr. Carlos King. All right, so you got it. That's a little bit interesting as far as Latrice trying to say that she thinks that Cliff is cheating when it's always been the other way around, because he's been insecure, thinking that she's gonna leave him or whatever. Why is he staying at the condo? I guess we'll find out. So Tamra and Damon are arguing over finances. I don't know how I feel about that as a storyline, but whatever. And we just got to see how this new lady works. Of course, Marie got to be battling, because I guess all of a sudden Latrice and Marie have settled things. They did settle things at the reunion. There was nothing really going on between them all season long, and then all of a sudden something happened. But Marie was all of a sudden wanting to talk about Latrice and stuff. It was just like, what in the world? But anyways, y'all know how I feel about Letitia. They talk about fashions and stuff in this article. Okay, we shall see. We see you still trying to make your wigs work. We're going to see what you give. Honestly, I'm kind of just over Letitia and Glendale. We know who he is. We know she's staying. So it don't even matter about the infidelity. You like looking like a fool, so stay that way. Marie, you just come up with storylines. You know you can't take with your mama no more. And people have been asking about where Cedric is at. And we still don't even know if he got a divorce. So you done brung him back up. We ain't heard nothing about Essie. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways. So what do you guys think of this season? I miss Akeisha. I think it was terrible that she's gone. But she made her own decision to leave. Hopefully she comes back. But whatever. Letitia thinks that she's boss and can do it on her own. And it's just crazy. But anyways. Also, we have the Braxtons. They're coming back. They're coming October 10th. We got Beauty and Black, which are dramas, and Zatima coming back all next week, September 11th. This is Zatima will be on BET Plus, and Beauty and Black will be on Netflix. I'm excited about those dramas. I'll be covering those, and also Bel Air. Bel Air will be airing their 4th and final season, y'all. And I really don't know how to let it go. Not for real. I really don't. Oh, I hate that they're going. I really fell in love with this series. I fell in love with the characters. And it just seems like it's too soon. Maybe if they had 2 more seasons, I'd probably be over it. But I need more. Hopefully it's more than just 9 episodes and they're not breaking it up. So we'll see what happens. But that'll be November 24th. So that's going to be, I guess that would be Thanksgiving. So anyway, so y'all stay tuned on what's happening on TV. Other stuff that's happening on TV, Claudia Jordan. We know her best from The Real Housewives of Atlanta for 1 season, and she was also on the Ricky Smiley Show. She did a lot of stuff on Fox Soul, the Queen's Cocktails with the King, the Cocktail Show with the Queens. And she also did the one show with Funky Dineva and Al Reynolds. Now she's going to be a permanent host on Side Dish. This is a spin-off from Dish Nation. And did y'all know that Dish Nation was being canceled? I didn't know that. I did not know that whatsoever. But let me get into this. I think I got the article here. I have a clip.
Listen, this meal's gonna get even juicier because we have an announcement. Hey, the one and only Claudia Jordan will be the 3rd co-host of Side Dish. She will be in the seat right here. We saw your comments and when she was here last time, and we're making it official. We're defining the relationship.
Gang right there. Listen, we're going to have freak it. We'll just tell you right now. The show is going to go remote eventually. We're going to have a hard launch date for you soon. It's going to be the same old side dish, just a little bit better. And maybe I'll be doing it from my jammies. You never know.
Oh, yeah. Pants optional.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
optional.
So, same energy, man. Y'all still just as much a part of the show as we are. And we can't wait to show y'all this new evolution of this thing that y'all helped us create. So let's build it, make it bigger, like the Death Star, except don't blow it up.
True story. Also, Claudia's movie, are we talking more about Claudia later? Her movie is in theaters this weekend, so if you want to get out and you want to see something fun, go check her movie out.
Okay, so congratulations to Miss Claudia Jordan and her new gig. I first heard about it this past Wednesday. She was on Carlos King's YouTube channel, Monday Night Live. He currently has Claudia and also Dustin Ross as his co-host. But he said that I have first rights. So, because she was talking about, she may have to at least adjust her time, or if they could even adjust their time to fit into her schedule, since she has taken this side dish gig and all that. So, we shall see. But congratulations to Miss Claudia Jordan. I mean, hosting and commentary is one of your lanes, and I'm glad to see you back on the screens in another way. You've been doing a great job on Monday Night Live, and I'm glad that that's going to continue with you also. Yeah, but Dish Nation also was canceled, and it was canceled back in January, and they're filming their last few episodes in September. I was shocked, but it's been on for 11 years, so they've had a good run. But something's in the water. If all of these television shows, or these commentary type shows, are leaving, ETV, they got rid of their, I thought, #1 show, but there's nothing really going on ETV. If you really want to know. So I was really shocked that was happening. I forgot it's the new celebrity show. Is it because that content creators are taking over? I don't know. But y'all can be the judge of that. But y'all can let me know how you think of all of those topics that I did actually bring forth to you to speak up on. I have more topics to talk about. I was supposed to get Melody and Martell in here, but it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, I thought I had enough time. But stay tuned to my next videos out today. I'll be talking about Martell and Melody. I'll be talking about Keke Wyatt's son from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kelly Farrell's ex-husband, Mark. He got some issues with Kelly and Bravo. And who else? I got it here. Damon Dash, he's filing for bankruptcy. And we'll be talking about Funky Dineva and Kelly Price. And I'm just discussing everything that's been going on in the news lately. So anyways, that's all I do have. Give me your thoughts, share, and subscribe. Until the next one, peace.